single day.
Thank you. Howdy.
Oh my God, you guys are higher power. You're here. How many guns do they got here? Just you guys?
Just us.
Wow. So is that going anywhere with the illegal gun list that the sheriff's got? Have you heard anything or no?
The what?
What illegal guns?
Oh my God, is this real?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it is sad, but our sheriff, Stark County Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL, has an illegal list of gun owners.
Yeah.
Okay, the name, the gun, everything.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
That drops their names after 24 hours.
Correct. So as you know, when I sell you a gun or pawn a gun, it goes into PawnWeb, and under 790.335, they're only supposed to get the gun and the serial number, not their name.
Well, that's on a background check as opposed to redemption. Those are guns that people have sold. So
Right.
PawnWeb is, I take this gun, I want to trade it in, I bring it to the store. I now relinquish ownership of that weapon. So these are guns they don't have anymore.
All right. So
Now, when you do a background check of
Right.
4473, if
Right.
you buy a new gun,
Right.
that does not go onto PawnWeb.
No, I know.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, but these are people that had a gun, okay?
Where'd you get that list from?
This one is from Sarasota, and these are from Stark County Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL, who is actually profiling them and saying, let's see if we can work a case on them just because they had a gun.
How are they getting the lists of the guns?
They were only supposed to be getting the gun and the serial number, but they were actually getting all the information, and they're literally profiling in this
background checks.
No, this is so as you know, when like I said,
when I sell you a gun,
yes,
you fill out a 4473 paper, and on that paper you list your personal information,
right?
And I put down the serial number, the make and model of the weapon,
right?
And then on the internet, I send them your information and whether or not it's a handgun or a long gun.
That's correct.
They don't receive any of the serial numbered information through this web portal.
It's right there.
Yep, I don't enter that.
No, I know. I'm just letting you know.
Where are they getting that from? The only place that they would have access is PawnWeb. PawnWeb is for guns that have been sold. I think you're getting the two confused. Those are guns that have been relinquished to a store. So you bring this gun in to sell to me. I'm a gun store, not a person.
No, I know.
You sell me this gun. I have to take your fingerprint, your ID, the physical description of you, the serial number of the gun that you have now given me to sell.
Do you give that information to the sheriff too?
We have to take that information, hold it for 2 weeks with the gun.
You give it to the sheriff too or no?
You have to submit it through PawnWeb, which is a public portal for guns that have been sold, not guns that you're buying.
That's correct.
So if you want to get a gun, there's no way that they'll have the serial number and information. It's just because you've sold that gun. They're making sure that you're not a criminal, that gun wasn't stolen and fenced and sold to anybody else. Now, if I walk into the store and I buy this gun that you just put on PawnWeb, they're not going to have my information. There's nowhere that goes to them digitally. I've run gun stores for 10 years.
I broke the story 10 months ago. It's real. Can I give you my card? I'll send you the information.
If you're getting the information off of PawnWeb, you're wrong.
Dude, I
would love
it's not make-believe. It's all real.
If these sheriffs are running off of PawnWeb, then they're going after guns that the people have relinquished.
Dude, these are gun owners that sold a gun or pawned a gun. Okay, when you pawn a gun, you get it back.
No.
Yes, you do.
Unless you have a pawn redemption.
No, that's
if you
right.
Don't redeem that pawn, they then resell
so
that
are you
gun to
saying that
somebody
people
else.
that pawned a gun and got it back should be on this list?
I have a consignment store. I have 100 guns.
That's
all
correct.
All of those guns the people have brought in with the explicit purpose to resell.
Correct.
They have to go on PawnWeb.
That's right.
They
but
don't have those guns anymore.
The sheriff is not supposed to get their name and information
That's
unless
only
it's
if they're buying the gun.
No.
Our Constitution protects people who are buying new weapons. So if you go to buy that gun, your information doesn't go on PawnWeb. Only when I've sold the gun. So that's a list of people who have sold weapons. So if the sheriff says, I need this gun with this serial number, they said, this is the website that shows that I sold it on this date. That's what that is. That's a list of gun sales. Now, if they went back in and they picked their gun up from a pawn shop, and then this has now been closed out back to the customer, then they might have 1 out of 10 information of whose serial number it is. But when you give a gun to a pawn shop or to a consignment store, you have relinquished ownership of that weapon. It's no longer your gun. You have to do a background check to get the gun back from me. So those are guns that they don't own. If this is on PawnWeb.
So under 790, you know they're not supposed to get a list of gun owners, right?
If you're buying the guns. These these are people who don't own the guns anymore.
Dude, if you punt, okay, Eric Friday, the best gun lawyer in town, in Florida, call him up, ask him.
And I understand what you're saying,
He already knows
I don't
about
think
it.
you understand what that list
No,
is coming from. It's generated by when the gun.
You ever heard of Florida Carry?
Yeah, I'm a member. So is my
All
uncle.
right, dude, I was at the freaking picnic, man. You talked to you talked to the cops and the sheriffs.
What's that?
And the lawyers, dude.
Okay.
It's the first time I met you.
Yes.
Okay. You don't know. This has been going on for 10 months.
I understand.
Okay, this is real deal. Email me.
If
I
they
will
were
send you
getting
everything.
lists of new guns
For
purchased,
years.
If new guns purchased.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be purchased. If you sell it or pawn it, especially on the pawning, because you're getting it back. Okay.
Every gun I have on consignment is going through PawnWeb. That's not just guns that are coming back to the owners.
So, like Eric Friday said, it doesn't matter. They're not supposed to have this.
So they can't make a list of anybody for any reason.
Now,
I don't
if
agree
the gun-
with this one bit
if
whatsoever.
the gun is hot, you are correct.
Phone number's fine.
Absolutely. These are not hot.
Well,
These are guns that they may or may not have. My question is why are they making the list? And if this
they're-
list is coming from PawnWeb, that's pretty ineffective for
They're-
them to be tracked.
They're profiling them. They literally says, see if we can work a case on them.
yeah, we're
That's what our sheriff said.
because they tried to sell a gun.
Just because, yeah. Does that make them a criminal?
What happens if they don't even have the gun anymore? How would that list even mean anything?
That's what I'm saying. We got multiple emails. It's not just one, dude. We got a lot of emails. Okay? Like I said, email me. I'll send you all the original
I
documents
gotta
I
wait and
got.
see because where the lists are coming from, I don't think is the same thing as them having registration of all the guns purchased this month.
Oh, I
Those are all the
agree.
guns they tried to sell
I
in the
agree.
last month.
I agree.
But
This is people that sold a gun and pawned a gun. And like I said, the part that really made Eric Friday go tink is especially the people that pawned it. They get it back. They're just doing it for a loan.
Right.
And now they're being profiled for that.
Right.
They're under 790. Look it up. They're only supposed to get the gun and the serial number. Unless it's hot, then they can have the name. Sarasota Sheriff for 1 month gave me 135 names. He wanted to charge me with the crime for having this list.
Right.
But guess what? Since I'm a reporter, you can't do that.
Right.
So, dude, you email me. I'll send you all my
I'm gonna
documents that I
have
got.
to, because I mean, half of it makes sense, half of it.
Oh,
doesn't.
okay. Ask Florida. If you know people in Florida carry, say, hey man, this crazy guy was talking about. It's real, dude. It's
Sure.
real. I drove 3 hours to go to that picnic because they already know about it, and to tell the rest of the people there this is happening. Probably 70% of our sheriffs and police were doing this for years.
Yeah.
Serious.
Thank you.
And our sheriff is doing this. He's a felon, and he wants to get reelected. Do you think that's right?
Sheriff's a convicted felon.
He's a felon.
I'm in Lee County, so.
Right. Yeah. No.
I don't know
Well,
too much about this
Marcino's a whole nother. So you got to get rid of him just because of wow. Wow. So, anyways, yeah. My sheriff is a felon. I gave the evidence to the state attorney, and when given evidence, she's supposed to prosecute. She said this isn't a list. Does this look like a list?
Oh, it's got a list of names and serial numbers.
We were
Now-
we were the same people that broke the story on Juan Marcato, the prosecutor that just got busted for
Yeah.
having sex with a stripper. We broke that story too. We got a tip. Holy cow, Mara Fox didn't freaking charge him because guess what we found out? She had the hots for him and possibly fucked him.
Oh, nice.
Isn't this great? So guess what? The deep state that Trump talks about is here.
No, it's everywhere. It's called
All right,
politics.
that's what I'm saying.
Show me one
So I'm doing
professional politician.
I'm doing Trump. I'm doing what Trump said. Fight the deep state, right? My
Why do
emails, my emails on there. Email me. Okay, here's one last one. I'll leave you with the non-approval list. You ever see the non-approval list?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how many names I got so far when I asked for records on that?
So how are you getting records on a non-approval?
So-
Because when we submit that through the 4473 program, I can't even get that information.
Dude, it's incredible. So just ask me how many names did they give me so far?
I'm sure a high number. Now, are you getting these from state law enforcement, FDLE?
40,000 names they're sharing nationwide. Eric Friday was so pissed, he said, I can beat 90% of those cases where they were denied. 90%.
Well, yeah, a lot of the reason people are denied is because a misdemeanor or something that's been on the record
Yes.
that just hasn't been removed. After.
By the way, did Eric Friday and Florida Carrier tell you if you guys have anybody that's over the 3 days waiting period, he already has a lawsuit for that. Did you know that I was the one with my friend Chris Pretzer, that you guys probably know, started that lawsuit? Did you know that one?
No.
We did.
You're talking about 3 days without approval.
That's right.
Conditional, yeah.
That is his class action lawsuit. So if you guys have any of those people in that situation, contact Florida Carrier and Eric Friday. He can add it to the class action.
The class action being...
Oh, he's got a class action lawsuit right now for the over 3 days.
What my understanding is what they changed is after 3 days now, I can just say, no, you don't get the gun, or I can give it to you with the option to get it back.
That's right.
Now we just say no.
But for the people that were violated before that,
Right.
lawsuit, man.
Gotcha.
So anyways, what was your name?
Phil.
Andy.
Nice to meet you.
I believe in the Constitution, and this violates my Second Amendment, dude. Email me, I'll send you everything.
I need to find out
40,000 names. And FWC is collecting names of the gun ranges. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that started recently.
Dude, they got so many names.
Do they do an ID check to verify the name that you write down?
They quit doing that. Okay. When I asked for all the sign-in sheets, which should be nothing to redact, right? You know how much money they want? 10 grand, 20 grand.
Just to copy the sheets.
Dude, they have that many names because they have 7 gun ranges across Florida, and under 790, they're not supposed to have the list.
Interesting.
Get a hold of me, man. Are these free?
What, that candy?
Yes. Hey, Sheriff County, this is Sheriff County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.